What's good, y'all? Welcome back to NOA. Speaking as your boy Tyler, I'm here with the Brody Trey.
You.
And today we are reacting to a female talking about
Why not caring what men think will be the downfall of someone? I um I found this video a while back, actually not a while back, maybe like a week ago, and a lot of people were shitting on her. Specifically, women were shitting on her, saying we shouldn't care what men think, this, that, the other. Which don't get me wrong, I do think to some extent you shouldn't really care what people think because at the end of the day you should do what you want to do. However, if you are attracted to the other sex, you kind of got to take that into
you
consideration.
gotta care a
That's
little
like
bit.
us guys saying, we're not going to care what women think, so we're not going to go to the gym, we're not going to work out, we're not going to eat healthy, we're not going to keep ourselves in shape. No women's going to like us. But frankly, y'all seen the video what she kind of has to say. Yeah,
Get into it.
thanks.
Hey, so I know
All
that
right.
a lot of women are going to hate this message. I already know. Y'all going to call me a pick me because people call me a pick me all the time.
It's okay,
But
baby.
I just feel like this. If you are a female, like, a lot of women in our community be having this outlook on things like that they don't care about what men think and like they just gonna do what they want to do. And I used to be one of these females. And one thing that I learned is the fact that if you are a female or you a woman and you want to attract a certain type of treatment and you want to attract a certain type of dude, then you gonna have to know how to play the game. Like, I'm serious because like I worked at a club and I realized that it's different types of men in the world. You know what I'm saying?
That right there is true. And I don't even mean to pause the video too much, but that right there is true. There are different kind of men out there in the world. There are men who are going to be successful. There are men who are just going to be regular, and then they're going to just be bum niggas. It is the reality of the situation and how it's going to be. It is just the type of man you want to attract as a woman. And if you're going after guys that aren't on the path of making themselves successful, trying to be the best possible man they can be, trying to be the best possible fathers that they potentially will be in the future, and you're going after trap boys, hood niggas, niggas who are gang banging, what do you expect? That's the kind of man that you're gonna get at the end of the day. If he leaves you, you get you pregnant, and he just leaves, you can't be surprised because that's the kind of man you're dealing with. Compared to having a man who might have a regular 9 to 5 job, might be in a trade, might be in college, trying to make something of himself. There are the two different kinds of men out there. We're not all the same. I like how girls like, oh, all y'all the same. We're not all the same. Some of us actually want better for ourselves.
Right.
You know?
And like a lot of the men that in our community that treat women bad are bottom tier men. They the street dudes, the
I'm
hood
saying
dudes, the inmates. Like, these are like, I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but like,
it's
they're
truth.
bottom tier dudes. And if you want to attract a gentleman and you want to attract somebody that's gonna wine and dine you, like, you have to know how to carry yourself. Like, they're not even gonna look in your direction if like you don't play that role. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. And I've told Tyler this before. We are constantly working on ourselves, trying to make ourselves the best possible men that we can be. To the point where we've cut out certain bad habits that aren't good because we have felt it is hypocritical of us to ask the women that we want for these qualities.
But yeah, we have those qualities in ourselves.
Exactly. So she is correct in saying if you got certain qualities, men or women, there would be good people that you might be attracted to. They ain't even gonna pay attention to you
Exactly.
because you got these qualities, because you're doing these things. You're not on the same type of time as them. You're doing all that fuck shit. When they're over here trying to grow, trying to be better, trying to make a better themselves a man. And me similarly, I want a good woman. So I need to make myself into a good man. I can't be out here gang banging, doing all this stuff, going to prison. That's not conducive to what a good man should do.
I believe a lot of women think they're still gonna get a good man regardless. And I think this is kind of what she's talking about. But it's like,
Yeah.
shorty, there's a lot of females out there who don't think that they have to change. They don't think that they have to get rid of said vices.
You gotta conform.
And that a man is
Should
going to accept
conform
you essentially
regardless.
for those, which don't get me wrong, men are going to accept you.
Not high
But it's
quality men
probably
though.
exactly, it's not going to be the men that you want to accept you.
Yeah,
It's going to be the men who are essentially doing the same thing that you're doing.
exactly.
How are you an alcoholic and then you expect a man who's out here making six figures who never drank a day in his life or who doesn't drink at all?
True.
But yet you're the one who's drinking all the time.
True.
9 out of 10, you're going to attract other guys who have those same habits that you have.
Exactly. Like-minded folk attract each other.
Exactly.
And if you're not out there doing the right thing, that's just what you're gonna draw to.
Saying like I don't care what nobody say. Like, you have to be conscious to what you attract. Like, you gotta, like, if you want to get a gentleman, or, you know, some women do want to be old and by themselves, or old and being a city girl, or old and with a sneaky link. But
God
I'm
bless.
telling you, if you want to attract a certain type, you're gonna have to work on the way you speak. You're gonna have to work on the way you dress. You're gonna have to work on taking care of yourself. You're gonna have to work on knowing when to be quiet, because like ain't nobody taking no hood, ain't nobody whining and dining like no hood rat chick. I mean, unless he's
only her niggas doing
an
that.
NBA young boy. You know what I'm saying? Like
her
one
nigga.
of them. So I'm telling you, like, if you want to attract a different type of man, you have to change the type of female that you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't just do what you want to do and say what you want to say and keep doing things your way and think you're going to get different results. So yeah, I just want to say that, like, a lot of women be thinking that all men are trash and they have all these problems with dating, and it's not the men.
Which that's really what kind of like, not upsets me, but like, it makes no sense. How the fuck can all men be trash?
They lump us all in together, which kind of comes back to the earlier point that you were making. Not all of us are the same.
It's like,
there are men who want to be better, and there are men who perfectly fine being mediocre.
I also think a lot of the girls who say that are girls who only have fucked with the same type of men for their whole life.
Yes.
They are yet to be. They're not a woman who has necessarily been exposed to those other type of men.
Yep.
Probably because she has stayed in the same environment her whole life.
Exactly.
She has yet to kind of branch out and see new things and actually meet a nigga of a certain type of caliber.
Stature,
that's not the same as all the other niggas.
And the thing about it too, those are probably the same women that don't want to change because that kind of man wants a specific kind of woman. And if that's not the kind of woman you are, you're going to keep attracting the men that are bad. So that's all you're going to think.
And 9 out of 10, the environments that you're in, good men aren't there.
No.
Like, there's a reason why homie ain't pulling up to the club that you're at.
Yeah.
Because I ain't going to say good men don't go to clubs, because I think that's a lie.
Yeah.
But it's just like, what makes you think that he going to go to this? If you going to the local club in your hood, what makes you think you finna find a good nigga?
What makes you think you going to find a 6-figure dude there?
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
now I tell you, you're going to find the same dudes that have been there forever.
Years. It's just what it is, you know? And people really just keep talking about this whole thing, but nothing's really going to change unless you actually actively... And it goes both ways. Men and women alike. I know she's talking about women specifically, but men, we got to make that change too. Like we've said before, me and Tyler, we actively are trying to make ourselves better to where we've cut out certain things in our lives that we know women who we want, that would probably be good for us, probably wouldn't be that attracted to. I was like, damn, we gotta cut this shit out. And we did. So it's like, it's what you want to do. At the end of the day, you still have to conform to some extent because the relationship isn't just about you. It's about both of y'all.
Listen, everyone has to change. Man gotta change, female gotta change. Can't be the same motherfucker you were in high school and expect this.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta grow up.
Like, everyone has to change. And it's stupid to think, men and women alike, that you're gonna get the type of person that you're looking for, the type of spouse that you idealize in your brain, without changing or without coming better. There's no way. You can get a spouse. I'm not saying that.
Of course.
But the type of...
The thing you got in your mind, though?
Come on now.
That's not... Because no one's deserving of anything. You got to work for that type of stuff. You got to make sure that you are the type of man or you the type of woman that that person wants.
Funny you say that, because I believe a lot of people believe that they're entitled to something. That they are deserving of it without putting in the work, that they're entitled to it without putting in the work. And that's just not how it goes. That's just not how life is at all.
Nope.
But a lot of people think they're deserving of it.
Very true.
A lot of females think they're deserving of a good nigga. A lot of niggas think they're deserving of a good bitch.
Exactly. Not how it works. But at the end of the day, you got to work for that.
Exactly.
It's earned. It's earned.
It's the fact that you can't attract. You don't give off energy that's feminine enough for somebody to want to buy you flowers. You don't give off energy that's feminine enough for somebody to want to take you on a 5-star date. If a dude taking you on a 5-star date, like, he's showing you off, you like, you know, one of them. Like, he not taking you to no 5-star date and you be wearing you don't even get your hair, you don't even keep your hair done. Like,
Shorty pull up in a bonnet.
Why you think he taking you there? And like, you don't even like look the part. So yeah, I just want to say that, like, I know a lot of women gonna get mad and I know they gonna call me a pick me, but like, you gotta be conscious to what you attract. Like, if you don't wanna like keep your body together and you don't want to stay in shape and you don't care about how you dress and you don't care about how you talk and you gonna do what you want to do, you gonna keep attracting bottom tier. You know what I'm saying? And even me, I'm changing as a woman. Like, I want to stop dancing because the type of man that I want to be with ain't gonna be with no dancer. Like, that's just what it is. So all I'm saying is like, if you a woman, know how to play the game. And you can sit over here and listen to Sprinkle and
And
Cardi
crazy
B.
enough, if she does actually, let's say if she actually does the things she says in this, 9 out of 10 she finna get a man.
Oh yeah, without
If she
doubt.
actually does change all the things that she said, if
Yeah.
she's actually like a woman of her word, she
Yeah.
finna actually,
Yeah.
crazy enough, she gonna be a man.
Because
She
she's
gonna get a
reflecting
man.
and she realizes what it is. The type of man that she wants ain't gonna want a girl who's doing that type of stuff. Because that's not the respectable job.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna make the change. That's what all of us should do collectively, men and women alike. When you notice something that isn't positive, that you're doing, that is preventing you from attracting the person that you want, eliminate it. I'm not telling you to get rid of the positive traits and change yourself for the worse for somebody.
But just take away the negative.
But if there are negative things that are holding you back, get rid of them. And she's kind of going to go into it. But also, who you listen to has a big impact on the type of people you attract.
Okay.
She just brought up the Sprinkle girl, and then she was going to say something about Cardi B.
Who the fuck is Sprinkle?
It's like a woman who essentially like she doesn't really give good advice in regards to relationships. She kind of just tells women to get what they can from men, essentially.
So use us?
Yeah, simply put.
Yo, fuck that bitch.
And look at the type of dudes they with. Cardi B with Offset. Sprinkle with an old somebody granddaddy. Like, so I'm telling you. Look at LeBron's wife. You see how she dressed. You see how she look. We ain't never even heard LeBron's wife speak and say nothing crazy out her mouth. So I just want to say that. So have a good day. Bye.
But essentially, guys, that's it. For the women out there, man, I understand, and I don't think what she is saying is you should care how people perceive you and all that stuff. I don't think that's what she's saying. But what she is saying, kind of breaking it down a little bit, if there's a particular kind of man that you want to attract, and you're clearly noticing that you cannot attract this man, there is something that you need to change. Yep. You need to reflect, look into yourself, and do so. I myself have done it. There's a particular kind of woman that I want to attract. Facts. There are certain things that I had to change. I had to reflect, and I'm making those changes. Everyone collectively has to do these things because no one is deserving of any perfect person. That same good man that you have or that you want to have has had to work on himself to become that good man that you're attracted to in the first place. That's just how it works. You got to work on yourself. And if you ain't working on yourself, you're messing with bad people, getting more trauma on your life. So at that point, that's all you. You're not deserving of a good man. That's my piece.
No one's deserving of anything. Everything you got to earn, everything you got to work for. And it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. But I think it's the best. Especially if you want that. Is that what you truly want in your life? Then I think that's the type of change you got to make. And I kind of agree with what Trey was saying. And even what she was saying. You know, it's not necessarily caring what other people think about you, but like to a certain extent, you got to understand how you portray yourself to the world. Because regardless of what you think, everyone's going to judge you. Yep. Not saying that it's right or wrong, but it's just the world we live in. Exactly. We all judge each other. You see someone walking down the street, you judge based off of how she's dressed, how he dressed, how he carry herself, how he carry himself, how she carry herself. It's just the things we do as human. It's human nature. That's the first thing that pop in your mind. Yep. So if you carry yourself a certain way, they're going to judge you a certain way. Even whether or not it's true or not. If you walk out with your ass hanging out, you could be a virgin and a prude. Yeah. But if you walk out with your ass out, 9 out of 10, homie gonna be like, oh, okay, she a hoe.
If I walk out with my pants sagging, 9 out of 10, they're gonna think I'm some kind of hood.
Exactly.
If I walk out with a nice ass suit, they're gonna think I'm some kind of businessman.
Exactly. It's just how it is. So it truly is just how you're carrying yourself. You still gotta understand the world we live in. People are gonna judge you. So to a certain extent, you do kind of have to care about what people think about you and how. And you got to also think how you're going to portray yourself to the world and how you want to be portrayed. Because how you portray yourself is also, that's how you attract.
Exactly.
You portray yourself like a hood rat, that's who you're going to attract.
The kind of energy you put out there is the kind of energy you'll get back.
On gang. For real.
But guys, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, of course. Let us know if you agree. If you disagree, feel free. We're always here to hear other thoughts and opinions.
Facts.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.